May I come in, sir?
Yes, please come, Mr. Nilesh.
Thank you, sir.
Please take a seat.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Betty.
Thank you, sir.
So, Nilesh, tell us about yourself briefly.
Sir, my name is NILESH Kumar Singh. I was born on 2nd February 1988 to Srimati Chanchala Singh and
Just
Srimati.
start your academic qualifications, graduate onwards. Don't have to give all the details.
Sir, I did my BTech from Computer Science and Engineering from IET Lucknow. Thereafter, I qualified from Staff Selection Commission and entered into Enforcement Directorate as Assistant Enforcement Officer.
So, and your main hobbies, Nilesh?
Sir, I play chess and I love to play it especially with my mother.
Okay. So, Nilesh, you are from Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
So, tell me, after the communal clashes happened after processions, Ram Navami processions, UP government had issued some directives to the district administration that henceforth processions will be regulated with these SOPs, standard operating procedures. Are you aware of those guidelines which government has given to the district administration?
I'm sorry, sir.
You're not. UP has had elections
Yes.
just about 6 months ago, and some study has shown that there are more than 50% MLAs, elected MLAs having criminal records. Now, this criminalization of politics has been going on, discussion is going on for years. Now, what do you think legally? You think that some legal change in law be brought about which can prevent criminals to enter the assemblies and parliaments?
Yes, sir. We can. Our parliament can pass an act. Thereby, they can ensure that people with the criminal incidents, especially those who had a history of hardcore crimes, they should be barred from contesting the elections. And those who had they are not engaged in hardcore crimes, if they have served their sentences, so they can be allowed.
Okay, but this provision is already there. This is only after conviction.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to change the condition of conviction to something else, something before that?
The political parties, we can think of another change, that political parties, those who take the people with criminal antecedents, they have to declare whatever crimes of these people are there on their website and publicize it along with their official manifesto that they release, so that people will come to know who is going to fight the election.
Okay. Now tell me, J&K delimitation
Yes.
has happened. The delimitation commission has. Do you know what are the highlights of their suggestions and proposals?
So the seats has been increased. It is now 90 seats, and they haven't only take into consideration the 2011 census, but the geographical factors also. This only I know, sir.
You don't know this much. Is there any defined seat for the Pak occupied Kashmir also?
I am not sure, sir.
You're not sure about it. All right. Any raid which you may have conducted as a part of enforcement directorate?
Yes, sir.
What is it? Tell me.
It was related to prevention of money laundering. So we raided the compound of a company, and I am sorry, sir, I cannot disclose more than this because it will be.
No, I am not asking it.
Yes, sir.
But it was a successful venture.
So we attached the asset after the seizure, but the case is still going on.
Still going on. I pass on to Mr. Anil.
Thank you, sir. Well, Nilesh, you are from Prayagraj.
Yes, sir.
And Sonbhadra also you mentioned, Sonbhadra?
So Sonbhadra is my native place. I was born in Sonbhadra,
Okay.
but Prayagraj is my current residence.
So which district of UP has got the largest number of tribals?
Sonbhadra.
You have seen condition of tribal there? What type? socio-economic condition they are enjoying?
Yes, sir, I had the idea.
Can you tell me something?
So they are mostly involved in the pastoral activities, and their education level is very low, and still they are suffering from malnutrition and the various diseases such as malaria. Incidence is very high in that place. Also in 2019, there had been a violence since their land has been misappropriated due to the collusion of local leaders and the bureaucrats.
So, what action government of UP had taken to address those issues?
This I am not aware of.
So, Prayagraj, which is the product assigned to Prayagraj under ODOP? Are you aware?
Yes, sir, Munch products.
Munch. Now, Nilesh, UP has targeted to become a $1 trillion economy by 27-28. So, given the present level of its economy, which is in the range of $285 billion, do you think it will be able to achieve that? What are the factors which you think should make it possible to become $1 trillion economy?
So it will be though a tough walk, but given the demographic dividend that it can enjoy if it skills its people, and it has the various tourist circuits such as Buddhism circuit, Ramayan circuit, and we are also having the 5 international airports. Noida is developing, so we do have the strength to achieve that.
Now tell me the role of Panchayati Raj institutions in achieving SDG goals.
So they have a very important role, like SDG 1, zero poverty. They
Poverty is one. Then tell me
like water, drinking water, good education. They have a role, and health and well-being, and sanitation also.
Nilesh, tell me what is the soft power?
So soft power is related to that whereby a country try to influence not through its coercive power, but through the influence, such as India is using its soft power to increase its influence via yoga and the improvements in the Ayush sector.
So are you aware of any moment when Prayagraj was used as a very strong soft power?
I'm not sure, sir, but if you are
Kumbh Mela.
Kumbh Mela, yes,
Kumbh
sir.
Mela, lot of all ambassadors were taken
Yes,
there.
sir.
They were shown the cultural heritage of anyway. Okay. Now, Honorable Prime Minister was in Europe.
Yes, sir.
I think this week only. So he went to Germany. So what was the outcome of our bilateral discussion with Germany? Just one or two tangible in the apart from discussion, something came out.
Sorry, sir.
No, it's okay, no problem. Now, on the sociology part, you tell me which two things which you like about Indian social system most? 2 things which you think you are not comfortable with and would like to change, given that. This is my last.
The 2 things I want to change is the poverty that is lying in India and the misgivings of the caste system.
Which you like most?
I like the Indian culture of the way we treat our elders, and given that we are a country of many religions, the type of social harmony that we do enjoy. We are a country with the assimilation of many religions, and we are surviving peacefully.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Nilesh,
Yes, sir.
there have been rumors earlier also, some time back also, that UP will be split in 3 parts.
I believe, sir, it was 4.
Of course, during some regime, they moved for 4 parts also. So, what are the pros and cons of UP being split?
So
1 or 2 pros, 1 or 2 cons.
The pros is it will lead to a better administration, and due to the better administration, the schemes that are being launched, they can be better passed on to the people. So benefits will be easily passed. Cons, it will lead to regionalism. So enmity between these four states. And second, like the Bundelkhand region, it has less resources, so it may not be able to carry on with the development.
If you are in an important position, where will you put the capital of Bundelkhand?
Sorry, sir.
If you are a decision making capacity, suppose you are in a top position where you can take a decision, then for Bundelkhand region, where you will put the capital of Bundelkhand?
So I would like that is a water stress region, so I will try to make sure that this problem can be sorted out.
Capital, what I mean to say, Rajdhani. Where will you put the Rajdhani of
capital.
Bundelkhand?
Okay, that you meant to say. Jhansi.
Jhansi. Okay. What has been the earlier proposal? Which place to be put as capital?
I am not aware, sir.
Okay. In Government of India, there has been a thinking that the number of people who pay income tax is too less as compared to the people who can pay. And that is evidence from the TDS deduction. Huge number of people pay the TDS, but is deducted. But the number of tax returns are low. So how do we widen that income tax base?
So one way to widen the income tax base is increased digitalization. And I want also to say that if a person is paying the TDS, it doesn't mean that he is within the he can be within the tax limits, because for example, my mother, she gets some income from the bank due to the fixed deposits, but overall her income is less than 1 lakh, but anyhow she pays the TDS. But rationalizing the tax system, we can, and digitalization, we can bring more people into the tax. And we can also think of reducing the tax. So more people,
Reducing the tax means?
the tax slab.
Tax slab. Presently, suppose it is a 2.5 lakh. We put it to 1.5 lakh, more people will have to file. I don't agree. 2.5 lakh is the present minimum level where somebody can think of filing. Of course, with savings and all, it goes further.
Yes, sir.
I make it 1.5 lakh. So more people will have to file income tax. But it's a counterproductive. What do you say?
So, provided if they have to pay a very less amount, even 2%, that will help the government coffers, and that can in return be invested for the like capital investment for the country.
So that is different. Where it will be used is different. My idea is that how to increase the tax base.
The digitalization, I see as a probable solution.
What about taxing the agriculture income?
I believe only the rich farmers they can be taxed, but the farmers who are not able to earn even the say 1 lakh in a year, they should not be taxed.
That is never, the rickshawala is not taxed.
Yes, sir. Rich farmers like who are earning, making a good amount of money from the agriculture, so they are like the entrepreneur only, they can be taxed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Sir.
sir.
And just carrying on with the same discussion, there is another school of thought which feels that we should completely do away with income tax because we spend more than what we earn. So, what is your thinking on this?
I am not aware about this data, but if we are doing more expense for the collection of data, for the collection of tax, then there is need to streamline the process of the administration instead of doing away with the tax, because somehow it means there is some flaw in the system, not the tax system.
Right, and there is a feeling that income tax department takes very adversarial view of the taxpayer. So, do you think something can be done to change this view? That means those who are taxpayers are always viewed with suspicion and number of cases are there. So what all income tax is doing to help the taxpayer and
Sir-
change this image?
This view is not without a base, because there are many people who they do have the taxable income, but they do not pay the taxes. However, treating everybody as a suspicious person, it itself is not the right view. So, like income tax, recently in the budget, our respected finance minister, she told that for the 2 years, people can they can return file their income tax. So this is one of the positive step that they have taken. We can use the self declaration of the people also, touch the people, then scrutinize them. In case of any flaw, you can call upon them. But instead of taking a very adverse like red tapeism with them, we can think of like simple processes. They can come, they can put on this is my income, because many people are not that literate to calculate and pay the income tax properly.
In one of the judgments, CBI was referred to as caged parrot,
Yes, sir.
and enforcement director often is getting this comment that they are politicians, they work at the instance of politicians and they are not fair. How do you react to this criticism which appears in the media?
So, I believe the people who are engaged in the activities of like money laundering, foreign exchange violations, these definitely should be brought to the book. However, as our recently our Honorable Chief Justice of India commented that there is a need of independent body also, which should oversee the CBI, ED, etc., so that there is less harassment. And one case, they should decide that which case is to be dealt by which agency. We can also think of like instead of the political interference, there should be definitely a judicial scrutiny before it is being handed over to an agency, not through the like political approach.
Quickly tell me which are the revenue generating schemes of Government of India, the welfare scheme or flagship schemes which also generate revenue.
I'm not sure, sir. Right.
You are not aware of schemes that generate revenue? Everything cannot be free. Think. If you cannot think, then I move ahead. Give me your views on UAPA.
Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. So it is being misused frequently as reported in the media, and so I believe it should be repealed.
You believe it should be repealed?
Definitely, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, Nilesh, the RBI has taken care of inflation.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of this?
Yes, sir.
What is this repo and CRR which has been changed now?
So repo rate, I'm actually confused between 4.4 and 4.6. I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter.
They have increased it.
They both have been increased.
Increased.
So, while inflation has been taken care of partly, what will happen to economic growth, which is also going down?
So earlier, RBI has followed the accommodative stance, whereby they have focused on the growth rather than inflation. But now the time is ripe. If we do not take care of the inflation, then even growth will be hampered in the long run. So it was the need of the hour that RBI has taken such decision.
Nilesh, we have tried to cover a lot of topics and subjects. Any subject which you think we have not covered? So we can ask a question from that subject, if you can tell.
Sonbhadra, sir.
Okay, back to Sonbhadra. All right. So, Sonbhadra, the level of development is, as you go from west to east in UP, and you end up with Sonbhadra. It is one of the most underdeveloped areas.
Yes, sir.
If you become the district collector of Sonbhadra, what programs, looking at the condition of the people there, would get your priority? The Government of India programs.
So I would love to bring the smart city program to Rawatasganj. That is the Rawatasganj is the headquarter of Sonbhadra, and it can definitely work as the growth catalyst of the Sonbhadra region, because it is being neglected, and as you said, it is among the 100 most backward region of the district of the country. Second thing, I want to bring a change that connectivity definitely needs to be improved along with the health infrastructure over there. Sonbhadra do not have a medical college yet, though.
I think, Nilesh, my emphasis was on which programs for development, the Government of India schemes. You are basically hinting at which are the areas which need more this thing. I am asking you the programs.
Smart
Housing, in medical, what program? In poverty, what program? Employment, what program?
One is the smart city I want to bring.
So it will become smart immediately. That
No.
only the city.
A smart city doesn't become smart by itself. It works as a growth catalyst for the adjoining regions.
Okay, that's one. What else?
Second, we need to bring an
So
AIMS.
smart city, you will make only one city of the district.
Yes, sir.
no? Okay.
But like as in Delhi, Delhi developed, but the regions that are close to Delhi, they also developed.
Okay. What else?
So apart from that, Jal Jeevan mission is there. So for the local people, they will get a good drinking water, because the quality of water is not very good. So I want to bring that scheme also in Sonbhadra. Information technology industry, that needs to be there, because it is independent of the place, I believe. If we
Anyway, you are back on the sector. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So if you have any other point, then otherwise we'll wind up.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Nilesh.